Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another brand new episode of the Because Cannabis Podcast. Every single Wednesday, 4:20 p.m. on YouTube. Every Thursday on Spotify with video and anywhere that you listen to audio podcasts. Right off the rip, give us that subscript. Ooh, I made a rhyme. I'm feeling creative today, Dustin Kava. I'm feeling artistic, Dustin Kava. I'm BC Wayman. That's Dustin Kava. Do you ever just get in a creative, artistic mode and you just want to make something like a rap? No, maybe not a rap song.
Maybe not a rap, but I don't know. Yes, I do get in those modes. In fact, I live in that creative world. So sometimes I got to convince myself to get into those modes.
Does the product in the title of our show, the Because Cannabis Podcast, does that help you creatively, or do you feel like you use it to shut down all the creative thoughts sometimes to give yourselves a moment of peace?
No, there's never a moment of peace.
I think they say you're doing it wrong. That's the case. Do you find it helps you? Does it inspire you? Do you use different strains? We've been talking through. We got a lot of great information. If you haven't checked out some of the past episodes that have been up, full episode on the various cannabinoids, talking about the concentrates in cannabis and more. Do you find yourself having a special recipe of terpenes and cannabinoids or strains that make you more creative or make you more inspired? Are we that deep into the plant yet?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we are.
But man, it doesn't mean that it happens. I mean, like, it's one thing to say, like, this thing worked last time, but now, 3 months down the line or later, I'm like, where the hell can I find this again? I get it again, and it's not the exact same. So no, I mean, like, I think it's all placebo.
How about when you're like watching stuff? Do you have certain, like, when you watch television or watch shows, do you find you want an indica to watch documentaries to stay focused, or is it always kind of like a relaxing thing? Do you like to consume and then just veg out and watch a good like TV show or movie?
You know what, man? I am the worst at watching.
Here we go.
movies.
Dustin Kava's entertainment habits are about to infuriate you right now. Leave a comment. He's going to tell you what things he does in his free time, and it's not enjoyable.
Dude, I don't
comment below and tell us. I just like to veg out and watch a good stoner comedy. What are you doing in your free time?
You are so damn lucky. I live in a world of stress, and I do not do good with movies that are stressful. I have to have seen it before, so I already know the ending to not get stressed out while watching.
Wow, how do you do that? Hold on a second? How is that possible to ever watch anything?
Dude, it means I watch like 6 things forever. Like, I got like King of the Hill at lunch, maybe some Futurama, and maybe like 5 movies that, it's very, very difficult. But I will say that, like, I get into my whole physical being believes everything that I'm saying in the movie as if it's happening to me. So, like, every inside during a horror film, it hurts. I am so emotionally invested in it that it's just like, it takes a lot out of me to experience something new. And then, thinking about what we're doing today,
I would say, let me ask you that hack question as a consumer of a product, right? It's like asking a pro football player, like, what's your favorite football movie? Is it Any Given Sunday or is it Longest Yard? So as someone deep into the stoner world, there are a lot of, and they're mostly comedies. There are a lot of stoner centric, maybe some dramas in there, kind of shows and such. Do you have one that you've seen that resonates? Do you have one that when people say, what's your favorite stoner movie, that you go to? I feel like this is something you got to have an opinion on, Dustin Kava. You've been in this business for too long, talking to too many people who consume cannabis all day long to not say, maybe, have you found one that has the most realistic depiction of what consumption is like to that world, or what the experience can be like? Do you like Kumar too?
If I really had to think of it, Half Baked is probably one of my absolute faves.
Half Baked is an amazing,
not an accurate
experience. No, but it's fucking hilarious.
So good, and then I think of some just like a Detroit Rock City is probably my next top. Between those two, no, I think Detroit Rock City is kind of the most realistic, and it's not even a stoner film, but it's pretty damn close. that
Would
like
you put The Big Lebowski as a stoner film?
no, and it's on every damn list out there. If
It
you were to
says
look
he
up top
smokes
10,
it, but it's not a stoner film. Like Pineapple Express is to
gotcha.
me a stoner film. It's probably the most actiony of them. That's a great movie, by the way. It's really funny and full of action. I can put that on when it's in the background with no sound
I don't think I've
and
ever
just like
seen it
watch
all
it.
the way through.
You should give that a watch. Do you like the old school Cheech and Chong? You go in the OG of stoner comedy?
I really do enjoy them. I feel like but it's like a nostalgic enjoyment and not necessarily like this is like stoner culture exemplified or something. I
It's
just
hard. You want to know for me, and this is almost a depressing version of it, but what has had one of the most realistic cannabis kind of grower culture vibe that's also kind of horrific is season 2 of Justified. I don't know if you watch Justified. It's a great show. Season takes place down in rural Kentucky. He's like, what's his face? Oh my God, Timothy Oliphant is like a ranger or U.S. Marshal,
Mhm.
kind of Elmore Leonard written, doesn't give a shit, plays loose with the rules. So season 2, and it's all in the Appalachian of Kentucky area, is the big bad is a cannabis family, right? With a mom, like a matriarch, and kind of their dumb kids. But it to me, was speaking of Kevin Roach talking about his Appalachian cannabis book. That's what it reminded me of. That's probably what a lot of realistic cannabis small town, you take away some of the murder plots, but the way they lived and stuff and how they sold it, it was very to me like that type of stuff always strikes me. It's not quite stoner comedy, but you see some of those like, and those are some pretty realistic depictions of what cannabis is like. There are some movies, Dustin Kava, that don't have realistic depictions of what cannabis is like. So we were trying to think of a show topic for today, and I thought I would like to watch a movie. It's a short movie. It's an hour. It's about the length of our show. A movie that I have actually never seen. I have never seen what we're going to watch today at all. I know a lot about it. I'm good like Dustin. I'm not going to be anxiety ridden. I know the ending. Spoiler alert. And so I think, Dustin, for today, I think we should watch the OG of cannabis, anti-cannabis propaganda. In fact, it's so propaganda-ish, it created a term that exists today. Have you ever seen Reefer Madness from 1936, Dustin Kava?
Oh man, you know what? I think it's I've only seen sections of it and I think um
Well, I
shit,
think
yeah.
so for today, while Dustin's pulling up on screen, I'm going to let you know if you are listening on audio right now, an audio podcast, like some of you, some of our biggest fans out there listen on audio podcast, shout out to you. You should, definitely check us out on video. If you want to see the movie, you could obviously play this along, watching it somewhere else. Or I think the reality is, I think as an audio only, you're going to hear the audio from the movie. You're going to hear Dustin and I talking about the movie. We'll pause it, go through it. It's about in 58 minutes of the movie. It's a little bit longer show today, but I think this will be fun. This will be good to watch.
I'm excited
Watch
to
Reefer
see it
Madness. We'll take some pauses
again.
throughout the film to give our thoughts and such. So if you're listening on Spotify or anywhere else in audio, you can always check out the video feed, but definitely enjoy the show, I think, as we go through it. Real quick history, Dustin, and I don't know if a lot of people know some of the origins of the film. So it was released in 1936. It was part of a series of religious films called Tell Your Children, right? So this is it's religious propaganda that was filmed in the early 30s. There's some trivia facts that this was based on a certain case in the 30s where a brother killed his sister, and they said he smoked marijuana, and it started this whole kind of really demonization of it. And then a local church group, because it's around that area, made this film. You can see it right there, the Tell Your Children broadcast there. So it was created as a cautionary tale, right? It was created as a cautionary tale to put it out there to get people to avoid it. And it pretty much stayed that way through the 30s, through the 40s, through the 50s, and it picked up some steam. A lot of people that are born in that era or grown up during that era watch this and we're going to believe what was on scene. And then at some point in the 70s, the then founder of Normal purchased it, and then as a fundraiser charged $1 for these special screenings in California, and it took off as a ownership of Reclaim It. And then it became like a what's the oh my gosh, the movie where they all yell at the screen and let's do the time warp again. Oh my God, I cannot believe I can't remember the name of that movie. What is the name of that silly movie? You know what I'm talking about? Like,
You know what? I was actually saying before that I didn't realize that the history behind this was so colorful. And I always assumed that it was a very specific government propaganda film to hurt others essentially. And in a lot of ways, it is a very propaganda film, but it's not. I didn't realize it came from the background that it did. And I didn't realize that it was a semi-true, said to be inspired story by, true events. So that's
true events. So it's supposedly inspired by this case of Victor Laciata. He killed his father, his mother's two brothers. This is like a Dateline special in Tampa, Florida, in the late 30s, and supposedly under the thing of marijuana. And so, because of that, he was deemed to have schizophrenia and then committed to a mental hospital where he passed away not too long after. So that case is said to, and this is from a community around there, is said to have been a part of the reason why this got so popular. But then, like I said, the late 70s, it kind of was reclaimed by the counterculture and then put out there as far as this, we are embracing this silliness and trying to show you how normalized cannabis is world. And now it's one of those late night screenings where people watch and stuff. All right, let's get started here. We're going to watch Reefer Madness from 1936. Got some nice music there. Set it up. We'll read through what's on the screen for those of you listening. So we got original story, Lawrence Mead screenplay. Louis, I think it's Louis or Louis Gassenaire.
Lewis. That's how I spell my Lewis.
Louis Gassenaire. I do miss old-timey film credits.
I know, man.
Would not be awesome if even your Marvel superheroes movies started like this with just some pleasant music, these really like detailed list of who all. Look at this. You're getting the full cast all the way. Dorothy Shore. We're going to see Mary, Bill, Kenneth Craig on there. Some basic names. Jack, Jimmy, Dr. Carroll, Joseph Forte. We'll see that. All right. Thank you, George. It's a weird font choice. I'm not digging the font choice on that. All right. The incidents and characters portrayed in this motion picture are purely fictional, and any similarity to actual occurrences, living or dead, is coincidental. Forward. The motion picture you are about to witness may startle you. It would not have been possible otherwise to sufficiently emphasize the frightful toll of the new drug menace, which is destroying the youth of America in alarmingly increasing numbers. Ooh, look at the spelling, old school. Marijuana is that drug, a violent narcotic, an unspeakable scourge. Ooh, the real life public enemy number one. The first effect is sudden, violent, uncontrollable laughter. Then come dangerous hallucinations. Space expands. This sounds awesome, by the way. Time slows down, almost stands still. Fixed idea. Fuck yeah. Come next. Conjuring up monstrous extravagances, followed by emotional disturbances. The total inability to direct thoughts, the loss of power to resist physical emotions, finally leading to acts of shocking violence, ending in incurable insanity. You got to take over, Dustin.
I don't even know where you are. The scenes and incidents, while fictionalized for the purpose of this story, are based upon actual research into the results of marijuana addiction. If their stark reality will make you think, will make you aware that something must be done to wipe out this ghastly menace, then the picture will not have failed in its purpose. Because the dread marijuana may be reaching forth next for your son or daughter, or yours.
They really emphasize it. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. This is not getting by anyone today. It's so much reading. Like, I read that. We had to read that for people. There's a lot of text on there. Ooh, got some good old newsreel footage here.
I'm hoping to see Newsies as a musical pop in here. And like,
there is, by the way, a musical that came out in 2010 of a bunch of like famous people did a musical version of this. Obviously, very tongue-in-cheek.
That's awesome.
All right, here we go. We're at a Truman High School auditorium. A meeting, public meeting tonight.
Welcome here.
You and all other school parent groups about the country, and you must stand united on this and stamp out this frightful assassin of our youth. You can do it by bringing about compulsory education on the subject of narcotics in general, the dread marijuana in particular. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen, to lay the foundation for a nationwide campaign by you to demand by law such compulsory education. Because it is only through enlightenment that this scourge can be wiped out. Out of the traffic in these drugs,
very serious.
a lawlessness that we can scarcely
Yeah, I got
estimate
goosebumps
has
from this
grown
guy.
and is now flourishing.
He's serious.
It exists in almost
I miss
every
wearing
city and
hats like
hamlet in
that.
the country. It might be
Yeah, I really would like more
interesting
fanciful
and
hats.
important for you to know some of the methods used
Bucket
in
hat is not
bringing these
fanciful,
drugs
people.
into the country, and the work of the forces of law and order, which are daily combating the traffic, always at the risk of life.
The audience
by
is
their
very
agents.
concerned.
This ceaseless fight against the drug traffic is directed by
Pocket
the
squares.
Department of
We don't have a lot of
Narcotics.
pocket squares anymore
Washington.
either.
I'm glad. I was here.
I have received a letter of vital importance from a member of the Narcotics Bureau. I'm going to read this letter to you. My dear Dr. Carroll, the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in.
That could have been written
At
today.
the outset of this letter, there is one vital fact I would like to submit.
Probably was
There is
actually
a
last
powerful
week.
agency. I speak of the school parent associations of this country, which can be invaluable in stamping out this scourge. Their
Wait a
help,
minute. They're putting all their faith
could
in
be
the
deciding
PTA?
factor in our fight against it. The weed marijuana is grown in every state in the Union. Recently, in the city of Brooklyn, New York,
Ooh, here we go.
a field of marijuana was found behind a tenement
Oh,
court.
God, what kind of...
The weed was here being
Hold on a second.
Behind
What
a
kind-
what? A tenement corner?
Yeah, it's behind a tenement court. Look at this cannabis on screen, Dustin. Like, first of all, 30s, get your stuff straight. You would be laughed off the Instagram today if this was the product you rolled up with, right?
Dude, this is black and white, but I already know in real life that was brown.
Yeah, that is total brown all the way. Yeah, so there's some real life cannabis found behind a tenement.
cultivated, regularly stripped and dried and sold in schools and at government army posts in and around New
Ooh,
York.
the army posts.
The dried leaves and berries are ground up and made into cigarettes by a simple hand machine.
Ooh, that's a pretty cool
The
machine.
deadly narcotic
Oh, I missed those.
is thus
Automated.
quickly and easily prepared for its market.
Heck yeah, it is.
The sale
15% of the market.
marijuana
This guy's
is
onto
even
something.
more difficult
He knows
to
his
detect and
business.
halt
Put a
than
little
the
dab in
traffic
there,
drugs such as
charge
opium,
double.
morphine, and heroin.
Oh, look at all those drugs on screen.
They are hidden in fake jewelry.
Dude, those are bigger caches than what our police
In the
do on
heels
our
of shoes.
Facebook pages, you know?
All right. Do you not miss the days when you could hide shit in your heel of your shoe? Like, look at this. Like, there's the way that tennis shoes are made right now. Most of the inserts are just basically a piece of foam attached to your shoe. No one, like, that's a thing. I mean, all the classic old bonds, you got knives inside the heels of the shoe. I mean, you
That's
can still do it in
true.
cowboy boots, but the days of transporting goods in shoes probably really becoming less and less thing.
I think so. Except those big ass red shoes you see in all the memes and the famous people.
Oh yeah,
wearing
there you
them.
could hide some drugs in those shoes.
Women's shoes especially,
Ooh,
because the drugs can be secreted in false heels.
what?
Hollowed shaving brushes are another medium.
All right,
Exactly.
I love the idea that there is a lady walking around New York City with like hundreds of ecstasy pills hidden inside her heel base.
The value of drugs thus seized is enormous. Recently, a huge supply of heroin was taken. It was concealed in an apparently harmless shipment of 35
That's a terrible
barrels of
concealed
olive
idea.
oil. The deadly drug was burned in the incinerator of the Bureau of Engraving and
Those guys are
Printing.
so high.
And
Like, there's
more
no
vicious,
OSHA back then. You
more
know that those
deadly,
guys were
even
high
than
as a
these
rock.
soul-destroying
That's a terrible
drugs
analogy.
is the menace of marijuana.
Oh.
No doubt many of you do not believe that these things do happen, that they cannot happen to you. You may also believe that the facts have been exaggerated.
Maybe a little
Let
bit.
me tell you
I
of
do.
something that happened right here in our own city.
I like that they were so
You probably
not worried
read
about the
it in
heroin
papers.
and all that.
However,
No.
I'll give you the real facts behind the case.
Ooh,
There was an apartment near one of our
I didn't realize this had like retellings in it.
It was run by a woman known as May Coleman.
Ooh, May Coleman. All right, here we go. It's our first reenactment scenario. Based on real incidents, shockingly violent. It's a nice looking. Let's look at it. God, I am jealous of house space back then. That probably cost them like $8 a month. Uh-oh.
Hey, come on, May, get up.
What time is it?
Time to get up and give this place a going over. Looks like the Marines had landed.
Oh, he's up. There's some domestic violence about to happen.
You better get on the job. Some of the kids may be up this afternoon.
Oh, Jack, we can get along without dragging those young kids up here.
Oh, why don't you button up your lip? You're always squawking about something. You got more static than the radio.
Wow. Is that his wife?
He's such a dick. This is not.
Yeah, no wonder she's smoking a little weed. She just needs to like relax. That dude's not chill.
Him.
She's totally having an affair. Weed. Oh, he's back to cast more judgment. Oh no. Oh, maybe he's the pothead. Maybe I got it all wrong. Which one do you think it is? Her or him? It's got to be her, right?
I would. She deserves to have a little.
No, she's taking like 19 hours to put her hose on. I don't know what it's like, so I'm not going to cast judgment here. I'm in general appreciative of lax fashion statements because I would not want to wear a suit and coat just on the day. Look at all these people. I don't. Do we miss that or not miss that?
Hey, Mom, you got a hair rack.
I don't know why they all talk like that.
You're right in. Just sit down and make yourself comfortable.
Oh my God, is she on drugs?
Hey,
May, it's totally May.
Oh, it's all right, Gwen. See, they probably had a party last night.
Oh.
Is that a girl who just walked in with him? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a girl who went. Okay, so let's just set the scene real quick. She just basically, I can't go back. She basically just said, and when they go back to this house, her house is a mess. That's what she's claiming. She's like, why is this house so messy and bad? And they're like, oh, I don't know. They must have had a party last night. So basically, that guy's already covered for her.
Yeah? They're old enough to know what they're doing. Not like those young kids you bring up here.
All right, all right. Listen, I'm going to blow.
Where are you going?
I got to make some deliveries, and I'll probably drop by Joe's place and bring back a couple of the kids.
Oh, I wish you'd lay off those kids.
Oh, why don't you get over their complex?
Did he invite company over then leave? Very confused what's happening socially inside their place.
This movie.
Right. I'm curious right now. All right. So he's headed to school. He's got a package on him. We don't know what that package is yet. Oh, I do miss a good... Crossing guards should have more authority. They need better uniforms. A hazard vest with an old lady on the street is not a crossing guard make. That school hired an actual off-duty police. That's like time and a half for that dude. He's probably stacked. Are those the high school?
By the way,
kids?
Ralph, I'm sort of getting a little party Saturday afternoon over at my grandmother's.
These guys are Beverly Hills
You know the place with the
90210,
swimming
40
pool?
years old.
Like to come?
Thanks, Eddie. Maybe I will.
I'd sure like to have you.
Okay, I'll probably drop over.
Bring the weed.
So long, Ralph.
At
See you
your
later.
grandmother's.
Hey, Ralph.
Okay.
Hi, kid. Fine, Jack, and you? Oh, great. Where you heading? Oh. Hey, how do you like that? That's the one I was telling you about.
Wait, are they...
Very nice.
Hold on a second. I am very
I don't
confused
know,
on
dude,
some of
this
the
movie-
dynamics.
Ralph,
And it's hard to tell because they
Oh,
all
he's
look
a
40.
swell swimmer. He made the freshman team that year he went to college.
I think he was creeping on a high school girl, right? After
Fucking
yelling at his wife.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this movie for like a million different reasons already that had never even had to do with weed yet.
Well, I only try to say hello to him. I don't go around with him.
Well, you better not. He's a little too old for it. That's what my dad said.
They're clearly high school.
Hello, Mary. How are you, Bill?
How are you, Ralph?
Oh, hello, Ralph.
I don't
You know my
remember
brother Jimmy,
any
don't
of
you?
this
How are you? Well, I'd like you to meet a friend of mine, Jack Perry. Mary, Bill.
How do you do?
Glad to know you. We're going over to Joe's place. Why don't you come along? We have a date to play, a set of doubles. Oh, you can play anytime. Come on, we'll have
There's a
some
lot of age
Oh,
dynamics
we
that I'm
can't
not
today,
sure.
Ralph. Some other time.
Can I go along with you? Sure. Hey, I'll see you at dinner, sis.
Don't be late, Jimmy.
I gotta tell you, they're doing a wonderful, like, M. Night Shyamalan job of not letting me know who's the weed smoker. Because I don't know. I thought it was May, but now I feel like it could be that guy. Like, there's a lot happening right now. Oh my God, that is a house party. You know how mad their neighbors are?
Yeah, but they even got a bar key.
Of course it is. It's the 30s, bro. Every house had a bar. You're not having a house without a bar in 1930. Get out of here. Shut the front door. What are you?
Hey, he ain't no paper man.
Why don't you know him? That's Hot Fingers Peroni.
Boy, he really swings out hot with a message.
Dude, Hot Fingers Peroni is now your name. Wow, that is dancing uncomfortably, that woman. I don't know what that is. I don't know why there's high school kids and older people. I don't know what's happening.
At a grandmother's house.
Any new prospects?
Maybe.
Oh, he's the dealer. They're trying to get the kids.
Yes, he is dealing weed. I mean, could he be any more like... Oh, Hot Fingers Peroni, you know that dude's smoking. Like, he's the 30s, bro. With that haircut. He's a customer. So that guy's the dealer. I did not see that twist coming. No, wait, he's about to light a weed. Of course he is. Don't call him Hot Fingers Peroni for nothing. He brings his own stack. How did he like that?
A cigarette. And he just threw his cigarette.
Why does he cup the inhale, but not the exhale?
Oh, Jimmy, you're wonderful.
Oh my God. Okay, so Hot Finger's gonna come back all high as a kite. Okay, that house is gonna reek of weed.
Why can't we go now?
Sure. Hey, kids, we're having a little party up at my girlfriend's apartment. Wouldn't you like to come?
So
I'd
many
love
parties.
to. You want to come, don't you, Jimmy?
Oh, sure. Any place with you.
Well, come along. We can all go in my car.
Like if you would have told me Stanley Kubrick directed this, and at some point they're gonna break out masks, and there's gonna be like really NC-17 rated triple, like I would not also be shocked at the way that this is progressing. This is really, I feel like they might have had a little fun writing and filming this, if you know what I mean. Thanks to the weed that they were smoking. Is this what you thought it would be so far? We're 25 minutes in this movie, and it's been...
Dude, I thought
Don't you want to learn
I'm
something
more
about hunting your own
uncomfortable than
phone?
I ever thought I would be, to tell you the truth.
It is some weird dynamics, and that dude was so rude to his wife.
Pot roast gravy was.
All right.
He hadn't added 3 heaping teaspoonfuls of olive oil.
What did you say?
That dude is clearly a like a noob, right? Like he's a naive, you know, goofball. He doesn't know anything. He's got to be the corrupted one. It'd take me a lot of plays. I don't even know why May was necessary to this plot.
I know you can't study on empty stomachs. Now then, enjoy yourself.
He will.
She will too, Mrs. Lane.
It'd have been awesome if it would be super progressive, and she's like, "It's
Thank you,
infused
kind
tea."
sir. You're so very, very kind.
Mary, before we do that,
This is how you can tell the kids
how
of the
about we
30s
do
had
some
no
of this?
attention span,
Well,
or had way better attention span and know their
Don't you like
options,
it?
because they're sitting still watching this
You know, when
stuff.
I study this, I kind of think of you. I just sort of feel as though you're there beside me. Well, listen. It is my soul that calls upon thy
They also
name.
memorized a lot more poetry
Of
back
silver
then.
sweet,
Well, you had
on
less
lovers
options, man.
hung
Like,
by night.
what are you gonna do? You read books, and you
Softest music
didn't read books.
to a
That's all they had.
ears.
I'm
Right,
not
you
very
started
good
to
at
have
reading
television.
books, but memorizing like chapter, like the lines of the book.
You had nothing else to go in your brain.
The
You
hour
went, you
of
fought,
nine.
went and read
I
books,
will not
you
say
went
it.
home. That's all you did
Just 20 years till then.
until you got the weed. Oh, okay. I don't know what's about to happen right now.
I'll see you tonight, Mary.
I'm-
Bye, Mrs.
Is she
Lane.
supposed to be? Is mom gonna be mad or not mad? Right now?
I think this is supposed to be funny, but it does have, in today's era, with today's lens on it,
Bye.
you are correct. There's an uncomfortableness to things that are unintended in this film that sorely stick out. All right, because I still don't know who's smoking the weed, other than Hot Fingers Peroni, which of course, but he did it. He smoked it terribly. Like, I don't even know, what was the point of showing him? He was playing awesome piano, smoked some weed, ergo the math says the weed makes him play awesome piano.
With this girl.
Is
Bill's
this-
got a girl. Got a girl.
Mom, make him cut it out.
Junior. Well, Bill has got a girl.
Quiet. And put that candy away till after dinner. Henry, you shouldn't have given it to him.
Well, he has got a girlfriend, and her name is Mary.
I'll shut you up.
Bill, Junior, put that carrying on. Junior.
That's a chase scene happening.
Mary's little ass.
At least finally some action in this movie.
I didn't mean to Bill Ernest, I didn't.
Oh, well, what I'm burned up about is that you didn't say Bill had a swell girl.
Gee, it must be love. She'd have to be swell for you to like her.
I love watching it on this old TV too.
Yeah, I know. I like the backdrop. Shout out to Dustin Cava, by the way. Great job if you're watching us on YouTube, if you hit a subscription, or even on Spotify with video. You got wonderful old school TV background going there. Dustin and I's heads in the corners. We're watching this. All right, here we go.
Hello, Jimmy.
This was not made for YouTube. There's a lot of courting just to get this one dude high.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Must be getting grown up. I see Mary let you have the car.
Yeah. I take you any place?
Well, I wasn't going any place in particular.
Well, then, how about driving over to the show's place with me?
These guys really aren't busy,
I never
right? Like they're always like, sure, not doing anything.
And the other guy was just
I think
standing
that's
around
the
the
point.
beginning.
I don't think there was a whole lot going on, man. So yeah, they're like, sure. So that's why you can memorize poetry. Do you wish you grew up in like olden times? Like, do you wish you had this, or do you like some of the modern shit? I mean, it's hard to really go
I
down.
like the music and the movies and certain things, but I don't.
Hello, Blanche.
Oh, here we go.
I'm not comfortable with the way society was back then. At the same time,
It was a little different for sure.
Oh, she's fine. We're going up to her apartment later.
Now, this is when doctors were telling you to smoke cigarettes, so everyone's like smoking cigarettes. It's perfectly normal.
Thanks just the same.
Oh, come on,
I think.
Bill. Mary won't be jealous.
Well, sure, none of the kids will be there. It's Keen.
Well, I don't know. I really shouldn't. Well, okay.
Oh, Hot Fingers is back. Sell some fire.
and the old fountain.
So is that like high face? A lot more acrobatic dancing back then. Really, a lot of animation. This is
Hi,
odd.
Jeff. Hello, Jack. What do you say? Yeah, come on in.
Come on, Bill, don't stand there.
Bill is a dapper dresser. Yeah, at any moment, this could turn slasher, and I would not be shocked either.
He's okay.
Oh, is that May?
Say so.
May is just, you know, maybe, like, I would never advocate maybe talking to your wife that way, but May's not very cordial either. Maybe that guy's just sick of her shit, man. Maybe he's like,
Yeah.
let me, they're both kind of assholes.
Blanche has got herself quite a yen for her.
Not bad. I didn't think we had that much.
Is he just eating dinner while all this is going on?
Yes, he is. It's a party.
Now she's got her hooked up with this new kid.
Say, we haven't any more smoke. You better run over and get some.
Why couldn't you find that out when I was here this morning? Now I've got my car in the shop.
Well, what of it? That kid out there, Jimmy. He's got a car. He'll take you. Come on, get going. Hurry up.
Wait, so he's gonna walk back into the party to go get Jimmy and go somewhere else.
Hey, Jimmy. Yeah? I've got to run over to Cedar Avenue for a minute. You've got a car, haven't you?
Dude,
Well, yeah, my
ultimate
sister.
C
Mind
block.
giving me a
Right there.
lift?
He was
Sure,
literally
come on.
laying down
Okay.
with that woman, smooching. Look at her. And he just was like, take you somewhere. Oh, we're about to get. Oh my. So is this because of the weed? I still don't know if this is the weed that's making him
I
smooch. 'cause I
don't
feel like,
either.
oh, Billy is
They're not
uncovered. This girl
Okay.
clearly is sending out the vibes. May is
Well,
now.
here we are. All thanks.
Oh, May, don't forget me.
I never forget you.
What's she handing out?
Here.
Cigarettes?
If you want a good smoke, try one of these.
Okay. So May's just rolling out joints. So everyone is on joints here. All right, everyone's about to light up now. Terrible at inhaling. They're Bill Clinton it all day long. Smoking weed. That guy's like, I'm smoking weed. I'm smoking weed so quickly.
I thought you were scared. Of course, if you're afraid.
Oh, my Lord. I'm not afraid.
That's bitter. That's more like it. I know
What's
you
gonna
like
happen to
it.
Billy?
Really will.
Peer pressure is so fucked up.
So
People
really-
out there, quit peer pressuring everybody.
Yeah, the whole point of this movie so far is like Billy didn't want to do weed. You guys were all good doing your weed, and he was happy. Oh. Yeah, Jordan Peele could have directed this. This feels like we're about to get into some like Get Out territory or something. All right, so.
He's gonna come back to the party.
Oh wait, he's out still. Okay, there's a lot of plot happening here without a lot happening.
Oh man, he's like.
He asked for a cigarette. Hold on.
Wrong.
Oh no,
He's
he's
cigarette.
Yes. He just asked for a cigarette. That guy, I mean, first of all,
no.
Mean Dude, he should not be putting his cigarettes and his THC in the same, like, little package. Like, that seems, like, do you not understand? And you shouldn't be giving cigarettes to children.
Those kids sure go for it. Swell. Had to run over for a couple more cartons. Ran short today.
All right. Yanni, back 10 gross for Jack Perry. Who? Pete Daly. All right, send him in. It's all right, stay where you are.
Wait, is this the dealer?
I want to talk to you.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. Jack's okay. What's the beef?
Listen, you never heard no beef when I had to sell that rotten gin.
You're after the dough, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't need dough that bad. Taking two-bit pieces from kids.
There are millions of two-bit pieces just begging to be taken. Don't be a dope.
I'm just dope enough to draw the line selling hop to kids.
All right, Pete. You know what my policy is.
All right, so this dude is the dealer. That other guy's cool with selling weed, but he doesn't like to sell to kids.
I know, he was talking about liquor.
So long.
I only wish you had a couple of kids so I could... Yeah!
So he could what?
God, awful. Like it's.
Okay, boss.
What was that man gonna do to those children?
Exactly. It's like these are some real threats coming down.
So far the meanest things, the worst part of this movie is these humans. All right, so this dude we think is now smoking weed, right?
Let's go, Jack.
Oh, he is totally. That's welcome to Friday night at BC's house. Woo! Fired up. Yeah. He's revving. Oh, he's going so fast.
Oh, no. You'll kill somebody.
He's going 45 miles an hour, by the way. Uh-oh.
No.
No. Oh. My God, he just killed that guy. No, he didn't. That guy got up. That's miraculous. Oh, all right. I guess we'll have to come back to that plot point. You know.
Oh my gosh.
I'm curious to see how the weed affected him.
Why should there be anything wrong?
There shouldn't be, I'm sure. And whatever it is isn't serious, I know.
I'm sorry, Mother, for snapping at you like that.
Don't worry about it, dear. Why don't you speak frankly to Bill? He'll be honest whatever the trouble is. I'm sure Bill Harper never lied about anything.
Yes, that's right. Bill's mother says he never lies.
There, you see?
You think it'd be all right if I speak to him about it?
Why, of course.
I would like my children to be that respectful, though. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that.
And sorry later on.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
Was that the driver?
There's something worrying you.
What have I got to worry about?
Why don't you tell me?
Well, for Pete's sake, don't start to cross-examine me, will you? I'm all right.
Jimmy!
Wow, even.
Don't let Mother see you like that.
Is that his brother?
I can't tell if that's Bill, the dude who smoked last night, or if the guy who was driving the car. A lot of these actors look exactly the same. That's one or the other. Oh, the FBI is now involved,
There is
by the
no
way.
doubt that there is an organized gang distributing the narcotic to students.
The
Not only in
narcotic.
but all over the city. You government men have got to find some way to put
Is
an
that
end
the guy from the beginning?
Of course, I agree with you, Dr. Carroll.
It is.
But do you realize that
Wait, so he
marijuana
played
is not
himself
like
in his own
other forms of
flashback?
dope?
The hubris,
You see,
bro.
it grows wild in
The
almost
fucking
every
cast,
state in the
like,
Union.
actor. You are taking
Therefore,
away a
there is
role from someone in
practically no
Hollywood.
interstate commerce in the drug.
You don't need to be.
As a result, the government's hands are tied. And frankly,
So he's
the
pissed.
only sure
He's like,
cure
bro, there's
is
some
a
weed.
widespread campaign in education.
Oh,
I like how he
it's
just
all
made
right
a
to
point
talk
with the
about
FBI, by the way.
education, Mr. Wyatt,
Mhm.
but we educators can't do anything until the public is sufficiently aroused.
Let me show you something.
Strong choice of words, Dr.
The
Carroll.
records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Can we just point out that cannabis was 100% legal at this time? Like, there was no act on the law. It was literally something could grow and be done anywhere.
Marijuana records.
1937 was the first time it
Here's
got
an example.
with actual any sort of
16-year-old
kind
lad
of
apprehended in the
legalization
act
put
of
onto
taking
it,
a
which was coincidentally
16
a
years
year
old
after this
and a
movie.
marijuana addict. Here is a most tragic case.
Not realize
Yes,
it either.
I remember. Just a young boy. Under the influence of the drug, he killed his entire family with an axe.
Then there is the most vicious type of case.
I think that's the case they were just talking about.
Here,
The one you talked about at the beginning of the show.
Michigan.
Yep,
A
Victor.
young girl, 17 years old, a reefer smoker, taken in a raid in the company with
I
5
do like
young
reefer,
men.
by the way. I feel like
Here
that's
is
a
a
cool term.
particularly flagrant.
Yes, I remember. The newspapers made quite a play of it. In West Virginia, wasn't it?
Yes. And there are hundreds of them coming up, new ones every day.
I'd like to take these records, if I may. I feel they would be of invaluable assistance to me in combating the evil in my school.
You're very
David
welcome,
Fincher directed this. That guy is going home and arousing himself on top of those documents. Got dark.
Sit down, Bill.
Oh, Bill. All right, so Bill definitely we know. That other guy was the guy that killed someone.
What is
Bill is the guy who tried it at the party.
You were always a fine student.
He's about to tell his
You always had
principal.
excellent grades.
Well, I guess the work is getting a little harder, Dr. Carroll.
Is he
No.
suffering already?
No, it isn't that.
Tried one time?
Bill, I'd like to help you.
Oh.
But of course I can't unless you let me. You're undermining your health.
Well, there's nothing, Dr. Carroll. Really, there isn't.
Dude, he smoked it
I'll
one
study
time.
harder. Honest. Honest. If you were being honest with me and honest with yourself, I'm afraid you'd tell me an entirely different story.
Oh, he is good, though. Yeah. I've watched enough Dateline. That's a
I'm going to ask
master
you a
interrogator right there.
straightforward question. And I'd like to have a straightforward answer.
Bill's cracking.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it true that you have, perhaps unwillingly, acquired a certain harmful habit through association with certain undesirable people?
Wow.
Don't
That's
fall
a
into the
real-
vagueness.
that
They don't
was-
know. They don't got shit on you, bro.
No,
I've seen
sir,
Law and
I
Order.
haven't, Dr. Carroll.
Thank you.
Well, that is, you see, I'm worried about something at home.
All right, my boy?
Mm.
We'll
Crafty
just have to let it go.
misdirection. Ooh.
But remember, if you ever want to confide in me, no one will ever be the wiser.
Dr.
Thank
Carroll's
you,
very
Dr.
trusting
Carroll.
doctor. Oh, he doesn't believe him, though.
Nope, he just shook his head.
Yeah, he knows the truth. He
Come on,
knows.
Mary. You want to play a set?
Thanks, Teddy, but I'm waiting for someone.
Well, if you're waiting for Bill, he hasn't been here for weeks.
So why does all these other folks... Wait, so now they're just... They fall into like a drug den? Is that what's happening now? They haven't left? Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm off school.
Come on, school. So Billy has stopped going to tennis club. He comes over to this crazy, weird, orgy, drug Satan house and does drugs every day. I think, like, they're drinking booze regularly, by the way. How are we not putting any culpability on the tremendous amount of gin that lady is consuming on a daily basis? She's drinking like a bottle of gin a day.
long to catch on.
Don't take any of
So
it.
they like run a drug den. Like that's literally who they are. They like run this pit where these kids come over and they just let them smoke weed while he has Cheerios.
Never gets fed.
You're feeding me, can't you see?
Come on.
Give me a knife and a fork, will you?
Get it yourself.
Their marriage is not good. They really should seek professional help.
You know what? As much as this portrayal,
That guy just sits there and watches. Creepo. He's like Steve Buscemi if it was the 90s. Oh, hold on a second. We're about to up the rating level. We have adjusted. We're an over 18 show. Thank goodness. Sorry. What are you about to say? Is these two kind of get it on?
No, for as irrelevant as this, this perception of this and the presentation of this way, there is so much relevancy that I need to teach my kids about the peer pressure and about a manner of other things. I think this is actually still a pretty relevant film.
Oh, they're just smooching. Wow. What are they? So they're just all hopped up. This guy just sits and watches. Oh, he's my favorite so far. Oh no, I don't know. So now they're all getting into their drug-induced psychosis, right? That's what's happening right now. Everyone's kind of falling under the extreme peer pressure of the psychosis.
Good morning.
Thank you for checking out the Because Cannabis podcast. Dustin and I watching Reefer Madness here.
Yeah, a little bit of a holiday day for us today. It's like going to school and the teacher's like, we're watching a movie today.
Oh, it's my best day.
Yes.
Except we get to talk through it.
That's true.
So the FBI is now into it, right? Is those FBI agents?
Did you happen to loan your car to a couple of men?
Oh, a dude that got hit.
I had the car all afternoon myself.
Well, thanks, miss. Sorry to have troubled you.
She's clearly lying.
Was the person killed?
Fortunately, he wasn't, but that's still no excuse for hit-and-run driving.
Really? Like, she just gave it. Of course it's her.
Well, every car looked the same back then. You had a choice of black and
yellow.
Darker black and yellow. Yeah, exactly. Like, you had two choices there.
He was in. He went over to May's place. You know where that is.
Well, he was going to wait for me here.
He's not buying sodas from here
Give
anymore.
me May's address. Are you sure Jimmy didn't
What
leave
of
any
it?
message for me? Mary?
No, he didn't. But I guess you're okay. I'll write it down for you.
All right. Well, he's a very trusting person. He took 2 good looks and said, I'll give you the address of May's place, the drug den. Oh, what state?
I wonder if he gets a cut of every.
Mary, come right in.
Is Jimmy here?
Oh, why, he's around somewhere.
Chair creeper.
I think he went out to take Agnes home, but he'll be right back. Come in and sit down, Mary.
Oh
And
no.
let me take your coat.
Oh, no, Mary.
Mother.
This guy eats a lot. It's like Brad Pitt right now at this point, how much food he's eating in these movies. They also, by the way, prey on young people.
Yeah, did they have any other friends who were like wanting to
Adults?
get down? Yeah, that like had an issue.
Well, this guy's super creepy.
Hey, scram, will you?
Oh, he wants the bed to himself. He's kicking them out of their drug stupor so he can get it on. All right.
Run,
believe he's
girl,
gonna-
run! Get out of there as fast as you can.
Yeah, it's not going to go well.
I
The
don't
good
want
thing is, I'm pretty
It's
sure this is
bad
the
that I
30s.
don't want her smoking weed. I'm, like I don't think everybody
Yeah,
needs.
it's not for everyone.
Are you sure Jimmy will be back soon?
Sure, any minute.
Oh, I'll just give you a fake fucking.
Do you think she knows right away?
Now you have to on the first puff, maybe. I guess. I mean, it was. Oh no!
What did she know?
But she
that
has a
that doesn't-
cigarette. Yeah. Why did she?
He switched out her cigarette. He's like, no, smoke this. And so she smoked it, assuming that it's weed, right? But she would know right away that it tastes different. Uh-oh. She's waking up from her stupor after having a little foreplay with Billy. Oh, Billy's dressed again.
I wish I knew how to tie a bow tie.
Yeah, I don't. I have one of those clippy ones. That woman is like 30 years older than Billy. And Billy's feeling really regret.
What a fucking asshole!
Oh, you could tell he's a creeper, though.
Dude. This movie is full of them.
Yeah, they're all like, it's not the drugs. There's one bad family out there. That's what this is like a Rob Zombie movie. It's just a bad family that are just terrible.
Say, what's the matter? Am I an orphan?
Where do you
See,
put it?
she's
You
like,
got
it's
a
not
holiday?
enough booze. He just needs. Am I an orphan? That means you give orphan a shot. You better give me a full. Oh, she doesn't. Oh no.
Get
Oh
away
no.
from her. Yeah, she's no is no. Get
Oh.
out of it. Ah!
Oh man, they really. I wonder. I bet you this was very
Punch him in the balls.
controversial back then.
Dude, I feel like all these fuckers acted like this back then. That's my
But
problem
I
with
feel
the
like if
30s.
they showed
It's
this on
like-
screen, I bet you got people riled up and mad because they weren't showing this type of stuff. Like this is pretty.
If her dad knew, he'd break down that door and kick your ass.
I do feel terrible that that's happened. Let's see what Billy responds though.
Romeo,
What?
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee? It's sweet of you to help me, Bill. Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Oh, he's seeing it as
Yeah.
passion. Oh no.
At least he's gonna stop it, even if it's with the wrong
Oh.
station. Yes.
Whoa.
Fucking punch him in the head. Oh shit.
This is not their first rodeo. Oh.
Pulls out the gun already.
Wow. He goes straight for the butt of the gun to stop.
Oh.
Billy. Oh, who's gonna get shot? Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Don't hurt
Someone-
anyone. Who's the end result? Oh, her first time.
Wow, he went for the throat.
Look,
Oh, how do you think they're gonna handle the dead body?
Jack, is she all right?
I'm not a doctor here, but I'm pretty sure she's not.
She's dead. Nay, get me some water. Now listen,
Okay.
you two.
Let's see how he handles in crisis.
Get out of here and forget you're ever in here today.
Good start.
I'll handle this. Now
Probably
go.
not reliable, but I like your strategy. Get out and forget this happened. You need to like Jedi mind trick him. If you're gonna send him out, you got to get him a little more. All right, so he knocked.
Oh no, he's
Mother-
flaming them. Fucker.
May
Wake up,
is.
Nick. Look at what you did. How could
Oh,
you
he
do
is
that?
totally gonna do that. He's splashing water in his face.
Oh my god, I'm so horrified. Ah.
How's that guy holding on to that gun so well? Look at what you did. You shot her in the back with the smallest bullet hole ever.
You were. Oh my gosh.
I must have did it. You didn't have no guns, gunshot residue testing back then. Like there was not. He's just gonna go for it. They're probably gonna believe him.
Mary.
Could you imagine living the rest of your life thinking you did this when it didn't really happen and you were
That
fucking,
dude.
like, oh my god.
Here's what I have learned. It is whatever. It is May and that dude. May and
Oh, I
Jack.
got goosebumps. How
Madness.
awful. I had cried too.
There. I gotta tell you, as far as actors upon acting, they're pretty good in this scene. Letting he. Oh,
I think we got away with
After I
it.
scram, you call the cops.
Oh my
And this is your story. Remember it. These two kids came up here for a couple of beers. You're out in the kitchen. You heard the shots.
oh, almost
You
forgot.
got in here. That's what you found. Just stick to that story.
Mary.
Billy.
Mary. Speak to me. Mary.
So this is clearly through a different lens, but I feel like it's not the weed, man. It is that couple are terrible human beings. All right. So Billy's killed Mary.
I think
They're
I'm
sad.
I think it's the weed. I'm quitting. I'm going sober.
Oh wait, this guy's still the hit and run.
Oh my gosh. This
I just
whole
don't understand
town's
why these
getting
adults are
ruined.
hanging with kids and no one is saying anything. All right. Because they were together when they hit and run, right?
Oh, Jack. I was just talking to a friend of mine. A cop. Sergeant on the homicide squad. The guy you hit that day died.
Died? You didn't.
No. I didn't crack. I'm not going to.
Jack is a stone cold
Nobody
killer.
will
That's
ever
why.
know you were driving that car.
Thanks, Jack.
Nope.
Just as long as you keep your mouth shut that you were ever up in May's apartment.
Why, sure, Jack, sure.
Okay.
Jack is got a lot of little fingers and all his little things.
Your Honor.
The
Oh, the
slam.
marijuana slang. So he's on trial and drug is accused of. Oh, here comes some propaganda man himself. How did Alfred Carroll get on the stand of this? Is he like the leading expert in marijuana?
Plus, he got all that information from the FBI. When wouldn't they just come in and be?
During the last 3 months, notice any changes in the demeanor and attitude of your student, William Hopper?
Yes,
In a number of things. For example, at times disassociation of ideas.
What?
In another instance, I happened to attend the recent interscholastic tennis matches. And while Bill Hopper had been considered an exceedingly good player,
His tennis game
I
went to
saw him
shit,
miss
by the way.
ball by as much as 3 or 4 feet. This, I understand, could be attributed to the use of marijuana. It causes errors.
You know what, Rick? I feel like if his tennis, just like everything, that jocks keep the sports up, no one notices. Bill, all you had to do was go to practice.
Dr. Carroll has been called merely as a character witness.
It was only to help my tennis elbow, sir. I swear.
To your own knowledge that the defendant was using marijuana, did you notice any changes that would lead you to believe, as an educator, that he was under some severe mental strain, which might possibly have been induced by some drug? Yes, I recall distinctly a few weeks ago. It was during a class of English literature. There was a serious discussion of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet when he suddenly burst into an uncontrollable fit of hysterical laughter. Oh, by the way, Dr. Carroll, 6 months ago, what would have been your opinion regarding the character of my client? He was a fine, upstanding American boy, a good scholar.
This is parents, I
Ask the
assume.
president fitness
And
test.
representative of the caliber of young men we are proud to graduate from our school.
Took 3 months. He ruined
Okay,
his
this guy
fucking
has
life.
the weirdest, like, I don't understand why they all smoke hot boxy
Oh,
style.
snap out of it, will you? It's not our fault.
Maybe we're missing.
Oh,
out.
dude, I mean, like,
Bring him up there.
no.
He's just a kid.
Do you remember? You know what a chillum is, right?
Yeah.
Like your one hitter. Okay. Well, the whole idea behind that was that you would actually hold it in a way inside your hand so that your mouth touched your hand and not the actual pipe.
But they're smoking joints though.
That's true.
They're all joints. They're all paper rolled. Oh, she's seen too
Jack, I want
much.
to get out of this place.
Let's move. We're going to be needed.
You're going to stay here as long as we have to keep those two out there undercover. Until the trial's over. The boss gets a better idea.
Oh, wait.
On the kidnap.
There's a boss.
Can't last much longer.
Yeah, I think it was the guy that.
So hold on.
Worried about her.
They are
Keep him
keeping
gagged.
those two other crazy stoner dudes, creepy stoner dude and Malay's kind of crazy lady who had sex with Billy, keeping them in their house, high as a kite during the trial, so they don't talk. That's Jack's master plan.
I don't think he'll get it.
And they're watching through a sheer curtain.
Yeah, talking through it too. Like that's definitely gonna block out the sound.
So their master plan was they're gonna let him smoke all weed for weeks until this trial is over, and no one will know that they're witnesses to the crime because they're in here.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, boss.
Coming up on the hour mark.
Wily guy.
On the
Good
hour
hitter,
mark.
huh?
I don't know what the punk's going to do.
Keep feeding him those hot sticks.
That's what May's been doing. That's no good.
Oh, I got
I
goosebumps.
got a hunch that he's due to crack when that Harper verdict comes in. If he's on the tee, he's liable to take a powder on us and blow his topper to the DA.
Jack does have a way with words,
We'd
though.
all be better off if he never heard the verdict.
They're gonna kill him?
Well, what are you waiting for?
No shit.
Oh, you boss.
Oh my.
Perfect. Oh man, I am getting a little intrigued. It's taking a while to get to the good
This
stuff.
family's gonna have 4 dead bodies on their hands before
Oh,
they even.
because of weed.
And to our
Not because of weed. It's because of Jack.
Mary Lane is dead. The evidence you've heard at this trial could not have failed to convince you of the guilt of the defendant. By his own admission, he pressed the trigger of the weapon that sent lovely and innocent Mary Lane to a tragic and untimely death.
Kind of a bit of a
He was such a good boy.
Concerned about the motives
Jared
behind the
Leto
deed.
look to him.
Look at that one jar. He's
While the defendant has
pissed.
told you that he saw someone attacking Mary Lane, and that his mind went blank from that moment on, the defense has been unable to produce one witness to substantiate that
They can't find the guy because he's smoking weed in Jack's place.
Yeah.
You've heard able men testify at this trial, men who have tried to bring out the fact that the defendant might have become momentarily insane when he fired the shot that killed Mary Lane. But the defense has been unable to prove that he was insane. William Harper was sane when he visited the apartment where the tragedy occurred. He was in the habit of visiting the place. He was sane when he went into a bedroom with another young woman. You've all heard what went on in that room. You heard it from the defendant's own lips. Involved as he was in a tawdry love affair, Mary Lane was in the way. She had found him out.
By the way, do you notice her name? Is it Mary Jane or Mary Lane?
Mary Lane.
Deliberately and willfully
That would have been
killed her.
super dope, pun intended, if it would have been
If
Mary
such deeds are
Jane.
permitted to go unpunished, this community would cease to be a decent and safe place for us or our children to live. I do not believe I have to plead or even demand that
I think I would edit this part out a little bit. This is not adding. We get it.
for the crime that he has committed against society.
These guys need a little bit of like,
That
you
is
know,
why you were chosen to judge
second
another.
opinion, a little revision.
And as honest
A bit of love with their own work, I believe.
there is only one verdict which you can find.
Maybe they had them hit an hour mark for like some sort of like.
I mean, you
Aspect
can't
and
shoot
so-
it again. I mean, it wasn't. They had to like develop everything. It wasn't like digital where you could like relook
That's a
at it
valid point.
quick. I think we got it.
All right, so let's see what these jurors think
You all
about
feel
this.
the same about this case.
12 Angry Men.
But he might have been insane when he did it.
No, he wasn't. He knew what he was doing.
I've smoked weed.
But supposing he was insane.
You can never make me believe it nor anybody else. We'll take a first vote.
I think we know what your vote's gonna be. That guy.
It does remind me of 12 Angry Men now. And the one guy is like, no, wait a minute. There might be other evidence.
They are not allowing. Let's see. If it's like 11-1, I'm gonna laugh. But that guy's the whole vote out.
11 for conviction, 1 for acquittal.
Hold on. I think we all know who it is.
That's not me, boss.
There's no reasonable doubt about
Recount
it.
with hands then.
We can't. No doubt about the fact that he murdered her. He admitted it himself. That wasn't the first time he was there.
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
What the heck?
Were they going for like some imagery?
That's awful.
What? What was the purpose of tossing the noose imagery into the floating thing?
We can't have every murderer hiding
That is like some weird. That was bizarre. Of all the things I've seen, that was one of the weirdest moments of this film.
This movie is not okay to be shown today in so many ways.
It also seems so. It makes you wonder about a different time though, because this caused generations to be scared of cannabis, and it's so ridiculous by anyone's standard. Not just in its use of marijuana. The drug's barely in the thing. Like it's this dudes are assholes. Jack and May are terrible human beings. Like
That's what happens when you do drugs, though. You become a terrible human being.
I think that's what they're saying, but it feels like it was not something that would be
George Washington is
effective.
everywhere, though.
We have.
The defendant will rise.
Oh, man.
What is your verdict?
Oh, man.
Find the defendant guilty.
No!
Oh, Billy.
Oh.
He is crushed. Oh, mom is crushed.
Oh, I would be too if I was mom. I thought I raised him right. How could he get mixed up with?
It's Kenneth Craig, by the way, is Bill Harper in this movie.
Oh, man.
All right, so William is guilty. He is found guilty of killing Mary Lane. And now, I don't know, does he go to prison? I feel like, I don't know, this film has like 8 minutes left, and I'm not sure what's supposed to happen in like the next 8 minutes. Oh, this guy is still, oh, this guy has been on a bender. Just a weed bender.
She's tired of playing that same song. Maybe that's just it. He's freaking out because she just keeps playing the same tune for 4 days.
Uh-oh.
Stop that racket. Stop it.
I can't take it anymore.
May just gets yelled at a lot. Oh, I've been there.
What do you want?
Bring me some reefers.
You know what? I've got to be honest with you. I've had that phase before. I've been like, give me some weed.
That's 18 to 24.
From this point forward, I'm always going to ask people to bring me some reefers. That is my new catchphraise going forward.
I didn't hear him say, roll up a couple of bombers and leave them on the table.
You guys got a hog leg back there?
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy laughing.
Where's Jack? I want to get out of here.
They'll pick you up and hang you if you don't pipe down.
I want to see Jack. Jack. I want to see Jack.
I want to see my buddy, Jack.
Jack.
Bring me some reefers.
You better quiet him. I can't do anything with him.
I thought they were going to kill these guys, not give them a ton of weed.
I've got to see Jack. We can't let that kid hang.
Oh, he's developing a conscience.
That's your inner weed speaking, bro.
So that's what that noose was supposed to be. It was supposed to signify that they were going to hang Billy Harper for the murder. That is not the way to soothe him. She just screamed at her because the knockoff. Could you play something sadder? At least this guy's is the only person so far in this film that feels guilty about something.
Darling, everything will be over soon.
What's the wedding song called?
Do you want me to play something for you?
No.
Yeah, that's it. Play something.
All right.
Chopsticks is what she's going to play.
Honey,
Contact buzz.
give me a smoke, will you?
I feel like so much better when I'm high.
I thought they were out of weed.
No, she brought him some reefers. She brought him 3 joints and he shoved them in his pocket. Well, he lit 1, put 2 in his pocket. Now he's out down 1. By the way, these guys go through a lot of weed. Like, joint's not the most like economical and efficient way.
No, but it wasn't.
Oh my God, 1 hit and she is.
If I kiss him,
Whoa.
calm down.
Oh, I do not know where his hand is at. Uh-oh. It's like Martin Short. It's Jim Carrey. Where's she gonna?
Oh my God. Look, I can't play it.
How is she still smoking that joint while she's doing it? So far, I'm like, bro, you mean I can play piano like that? Heck yeah. Uh-oh. He's really got a lot of mood swings. I don't know if this gentleman should be consuming weed.
He just threw it on the carpet.
He did just throw it on the carpet. Oh, maybe the house catches on fire.
Why is my carpet burned, you dick?
I know what you want.
Oh.
You want to kill me.
Oh, no.
He knows.
Crazy. Take it easy, kid. I just want to talk to you.
He's going to kill him.
Yeah, with a...
Jack is a cold, cold man.
Oh.
Oh, where did he get the stick from? Uh-oh. This is, I think, the moment that everyone remembers from Reefer Madness is this right here.
Oh, no.
Harry, there's a terrible fight going on. Yes, yes. Apartment 32.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Where's May at this whole time?
Yeah, that's a great...
I don't feel bad for Jack. Jack was kind of a D-bag, so I don't feel that bad.
They didn't even knock. All over a fight?
Well, I think they killed the guy. I think Jack's dead. Oh, that guy
Did hit him a lot with a fire
What
pipe.
are you doing, Jack? Hurry. Are you ready to tell what you know?
Wow, it's very dramatic. What are they doing to her? This is like a montage. A bunch of things happening. They're interrogating. They're calling police calls, right? Is that the police?
Yeah,
are
that's what's happening. I was like, what is happening?
Well, I gotta
knew
give
the
it to them.
interrogation,
Ingenious
but-
use of montage, I suppose.
Uh-oh. They're busting down the soda fountain. I miss that fire policeman sound. I miss it. You should all still have that. Uh-oh, they're all getting busted now. Gang leaders. At least they,
Oh, they got the gang behind it.
yeah, all the higher ups.
Taken into custody. Do a good job letting you know what's happening via, like, you know.
Yeah, but in real life, the judge is in on it.
For my client. She's prepared to enter a plea of guilty and, in addition, turn state's evidence in the case of William Harper.
I regret that this court is not prepared to bargain with justice.
I'll tell anyway. I was there. I saw it. I know who killed Mary. And I'll tell you who killed Mary Lane. It wasn't Bill. It was Jack. Jack Perry. He shot Mary, and then he put the gun in Bill's hand. We were all at the apartment one afternoon, and Mary came in looking for her brother. Bill and I, we'd been in another room. And Bill came in. He caught Ralph with Mary, and they started to fight. But it was Jack who had the gun. He was going to hit Bill over the head with it to make him stop. And then the gun went off. I saw it.
So, the one person who we've not seen consume cannabis the whole time is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Jack has never been on screen consuming. He's a dealer. You don't smoke your own shit. We know
Well,
that.
the
That's
kid,
dealer
who hit
101.
the kid who hit the other person in the car, he was a fucking dick too. He should not have hit someone with his car.
He was so doped up.
That's true, and Jack made it go away.
Ralph wanted to tell you, too. Oh, if they'd only let him.
Huh?
But this is the truth, Judge. I'm telling you the truth.
They already hang Ralph?
After Jack saw the poor thing was dead, he put the gun in Bill's hand. It was Jack's fault. And it was my fault, too. I got all of them to come up to the apartment. I'm just as much to blame.
She's gotta stop talking. She's not having an attorney? I don't think we had Miranda rights actually back then. That was until the late 60s, so no. You are screwed.
Of fostering moral delinquency in the case of William Harper.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that charge. Yeah, fostering moral delinquency? Yes, yes, thank you. I will take that charge all day long.
And also an order setting aside the jury's verdict in the case of the people versus William Harper. In the interests of justice,
Unless that's a
I
bad
shall
crime.
direct the verdict of not guilty.
Oh, well, William Harper got off.
Wow.
I mean, like, really, everything kind of worked out in the end. Thanks to weed.
Except there were still 3 people dead.
Sign here, please.
You know.
You win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some. What are you gonna do? It's not a miracle plan.
You shall be brought into court on Thursday, the 17th, when sentence will be pronounced. Meanwhile, you will be held as a material witness in the case of the people versus Ralph Wiley.
Okay, Ralph's still going to court. So Ralph's got to go to court for killing Jack. Jack gave the dude the drugs who then hit someone and died. And then Jack, in a fight, killed Mary Lane.
So what do you think that the 11 jurors are going to think now?
Like, do they feel bad?
Yeah.
No. That guy doesn't feel bad.
Fuck this kid. He played
That guy doesn't care less. That guy's right now 5th of scotch deep, probably punching his children. Well, she feels bad. She didn't have to say all that, though.
Yeah, but she got a charge. Is she not going to jail either?
No, well, I don't know what moral delinquency gets you. But in this movie, she got smuggled out weed. She got to bang Billy Harper, right? For that. And she didn't need to say it was my fault. Like, she should make them prove that. I mean, that's on her for being like, I brought him up. Like, Jack killed him. Cut. Like, have an economy of words, lady. Like, have an edit. Like, you don't need to say, oh, is she gonna jump? Oh no.
No.
Oh no, we're gonna.
Oh no.
I did not.
If anybody, please don't do this. Please
Holy
don't
shnikes.
They did.
They ended on the.
In the hearings before this court
Well, now we got
today,
4 people dead, by the way. The body count is
what I
high.
hope will be the final actions revolving about an unhappy and unfortunate case. One whose horrible tragedy.
I've been listening to a lot of true crime podcasts or Dateline. This is like an episode of Dateline. There are twists coming left and right as far as what is happening right now.
The case of the people versus William Harper to be set aside. But, young man, although this court is convinced that to declare you guilty would have been a gross miscarriage of justice,
what's he gonna say?
We cannot condone your acts. And we can express only the hope that your experiences may not alone keep you, but thousands of others from the vicious pitfalls of marijuana.
They're going to throw the hammer at him anyways.
Thus, I am ordering you to remain in this court during the next case, so that you will be obliged to witness what you yourself so narrowly escaped.
Oh, my gosh.
All the case of the people versus
That's a good
Ralph
deal.
Wiley.
Wait, so he just has to sit back and watch Ralph get convicted of murder for a murder that he actually did?
Yeah, you know what?
Ralph killed Jack and Jack killed Mary. Both of them are sufficiently charged and convicted. Billy should not have to watch someone else. He has nothing to do with Ralph.
No,
I want to see what Ralph looks like when he's. Oh, he's on a.
Oh,
he
is
detoxing hard. That dude, get that dude a reefer right now. He is struggling. He's probably been in.
In this case, the state waives trial of the defendant, Ralph Wiley. It is recommended, Your Honor, that the
Mental
defendant be
institute.
placed in an institution
Yes.
for the criminally insane for the rest of his natural life. Defendant, counsel,
He
joins
just
the
needs to
statement
like come down a bit.
Since counsel
Why does he
for
look like the
defense,
Joker?
As well as counsel for the state seem to agree on this, I see no reason why the request should not be granted.
That happened right here. To your
Did it, Dr. Carroll? Because that feels like a lot of coincidences and a lot of happenstance and a lot of really some dramatic turns.
This is why you need to know who your neighbors are.
Yeah.
To learn the truth. Because it is only through knowledge that we can safely protect them.
And it's still true
Failing
today.
this, the next tragedy may be that of your daughter, or your son, or yours, or yours,
Or yours.
or yours.
Tell your children. All right, Dustin Kava, let's wrap this up. Take us back to our regular screen here as we finish up the show. Everyone, that was Reefer Madness from 1936. First time Dustin and I have got to watch that together, probably ever. I've never seen it. I had no clue what happened there. That was quite the amazing experience. What do you think, Dustin? Give me a quick review. We're gonna end the show here soon. What do you think? Give me your super fast review.
I thought that how to say this? I thought that actually it was going to be a lot less relevant than it is to me today. I think it can teach you a lot about peer pressure, a lot about the damage that one group of people can do to a town. I think that our court system still railroads people with cannabis.
Yeah, there is a total railroading to that guy.
I as crazy as some of the depictions are, I'm like, holy shit. I wonder if I'd still probably let my kid watch this now and try to teach him something besides this is not what cannabis is like.
No, it's not, but it's funny because they go so out of their way to barely mention it that it's hard to tell that what they're doing is cannabis. Give Me Some Reefers is probably my favorite part of that spot. Ralph's craziness. There's a lot of good stuff in Reefer Madness. What did you guys think? Did you watch it? Have you ever seen it before? Let us know in the comments below. That was quite the fun episode, Dustin. Thank you for taking that little fun with me watching that movie. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've never seen Reefer Madness, that was a good time to watch it with anyone. Watch it with us. Be sure to subscribe to the show. Check us out. A lot of great shows coming up in the near future. Brand new shows every Wednesday on YouTube, 4:20 p.m. and Thursdays on Spotify, anywhere that you listen to video. Dustin, see you next week.
Brother.